Good morning, students. So, in our last class, we discussed lots of examples from the chapter complex number, isn't it? So, especially we start the miscellaneous part, and in miscellaneous part up to question number 14 we have done. That means the example number 14. So now today we have to do the example number 15 and example number 16. So these two questions are very important examination point of view, and some important steps are also there how to solve these two questions. So that's why now today we have to start these two questions. Now first of all, the question number 15. So this 15 question is given like in this way. If you see the question here, the question is given here, find real theta. So what we have to do, we have to find out the real theta such that what is the condition given, whatever the complex number here given. So the complex number not given in proper form, but a complex number given here is purely real. Is it clear? So that means we have to find out the value of theta in such a way that when the complex number is purely real, isn't it? So that means simply the question is given like in this way, find real theta such that whatever the complex number given is purely real. So that means first of all, whatever the complex number here given, it is not given in the form of a plus ib. So first of all, we have to convert this one into a plus ib form, and then after that whatever the condition is given here, purely real or purely imaginary. Sometimes the question given purely imaginary, and sometimes the question is given purely real. In this case, purely real given. So that's why from there we have to find out the value of theta. Is it clear? So before we start this question here, some trigonometric results are we need. So first of all, we have to discuss this one here. Is it clear? So now let's see here. So suppose if we consider an xy plane here. So this one is x, here it is x dash, this one is y, and here it is y dash. So if anyone asks you what is the value of sine 0, if anyone asks you sine 0 degree, that means 0 degree lies here, isn't it? So what is the value of sine 0? So we write here the value is 0. We know, all of you know this one, sine 0 equal to 0. Then next, if anyone asks you to find out what is the value of sine 90, so if you see here, this one is, if we write sine pi by 2, then the value is what? Sine 90 equal to 1, we know. So that means at this place sine 90 we get 1, so at this place it is 0. Is it clear? Then again, if anyone asks you to find out the value of sine pi, then the value of sine pi is what? 0. That means this one. Is it clear? At this place the value is 0 here. Then next one is here, after pi by 2, that means we write here 3 pi by 2. What is the value of sine 3 pi by 2? Then we have to write minus 1. That means at this place it is minus 1. So now here this one is 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2. That means if you see from here, the sine value always lies on y-axis, isn't it? So actually we discussed this one in trigonometry part. So now here the sine value always lies on y-axis. That means if any angle lies on x-axis, then without doing anything we can directly write the value of sine is what? 0. Is it clear? So that's why this one 0, here it is 0. Is it clear? So now why we write this one? Now if you see here, sine pi is 0. Then after pi, again if moves to here, then what we get? Twice pi. So you see from here to here pi, then again if we move here, then twice pi, then again if we move here 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi, 6 pi, in this way going on. So in each and every case the value is what? Because the value sine lies on x-axis, so that's why the angle is what here? 0. So that means the value is what here? 0. So from here, from this result, actually we have to write a general form. So what you have to write, if the sine theta, if the value of sine theta is equal to 0, then there is a general form. Later on we have to discuss this one in our trigonometry part. Now just you have to know this result. If sine theta equal to 0, then from here we write a general formula, theta equals to n pi, where n belongs to z. That means integer. Is it clear? If anywhere if we get the sine theta equal to 0, then in place of this one, if anyone asks you to write down the general form, then the general form is this one, theta equals to n pi. Is it clear? N means integer. So here n means positive value, negative value, both are we consider, because if you see here we consider the positive angle. If in opposite direction, if you consider this one is what, negative angle, so that's why we have to consider this too. So now mainly what we need this result. In this question we need this result, so that's why we have to do this one. Is it clear? Just you have to remember this one, sin theta equal to, if we get 0, then in place of theta what we have to write, and pi we have to write. Is it clear? Okay, now after completing this one, now we start our question, and the question is what, 3 plus twice I sin theta divided by 1 minus twice I sin theta is purely real, and we have to find out the value of theta from here. Is it clear? Okay, let's start. Now if we write whatever given, and question is given what, 3 plus twice I sin theta divided by 3 plus twice I sin theta divided by what we get here, 1 minus twice I sin theta. This one is the question, isn't it? 3 plus twice I sin theta divided by 1 minus twice I sin theta. Is it clear? So now in this question, what you have to do, first of all, this one is not given in a standard form of a plus ib, is not it? So that's why what you have to do, first of all we have to rearrange this result. And if we rearrange this result, now if you see the denominator here, so the numerator is twice I sin theta, so that means from this denominator, first of all we have to eliminate this I. So that's why 1 minus twice I sin theta, that means this one also we can write in this way, 1 minus I into 2 sin theta. This one is same as this one, so it is of the form a minus ib. So if it is of the form a minus ib, then easily we can write down the conjugate of this result, isn't it? So if we write down the conjugate here, if we write down the conjugate, then what you have to write here, 1 plus I into 2 sin theta. Is it clear? So to balance this result, so here also we have to write this one is 1 plus I into 2 sin theta. Is it clear? These two are cancelled, again dimension. So now here we multiplied by their conjugate. So after multiplying this one, now if you write, so the denominator part is of the form a minus ib, a plus ib. So if a minus ib and a plus ib we get, then what we write, a square plus b square. So a means what here, 1, so that's why we have to write 1 square, and b means what, 2 sin theta, so that's why we have to write here 2 sin theta whole square. A square plus b square. Is it clear? I think all of you understood this one. So in numerator part, what you have to do, we just multiply these two results. So first we multiply this 3 with this whole result, and then second time this twice I sin theta we have to multiply with this whole result. So now here 3 into 1, here we get 3 plus this one is 3 to the 6, so I into 6 sin theta. Is it clear? Then next one is twice I sin theta into 1, that means what we write here, twice I, that means this one also we can write I into 2 sin theta, meaning is same, isn't it? And then twice I sin theta, I 2 sin theta, meaning is same here. If we multiply these two, I into I square, 2 into 2, 4 sin to sin square. So that means what you have to write here, in this case we have to write plus I square, 2 to the 4, and then this one we have to write here sin square theta. If we multiply these two, then we get this one. Is it clear? Now after that, if you see here now, the denominator part, this one is 1, 2 sin theta, means what here, plus 4, this one we write here sin square theta. Is it clear? And the numerator part, what you have to write, now let's see here, I square. If you see this one, I square means what, minus 1, minus plus minus, so ultimately there is no I, so that means this one is a real number, so minus 4 sin square theta, and already 3 is here, so that's why we have to write here 3 minus 4 sin square theta. This one is the real part at first we write. Which two? One is this one and another one is this one. Is it clear? 3 I square minus 1, 3 minus 4 sin square theta. Next one, plus, if you see here, if you see here, I 6 sin theta plus I 2 sin theta. That means easily we can add these two. So that's what we get here, plus I 6 plus 2 8. So that means 8 sin theta. Is it clear? So if we add these two, then we get the result like in this way. So now if we rearrange the result in the form of a plus ib, so this one is the real part and this one is the imaginary part, and 1 plus 4 sin square theta in denominator we get. So this real part divided by 1 plus 4 sin square theta, this imaginary part divided by 1 plus 4 sin square theta. And if we write this 2, and if we write this 2 here, then what you have to write? This one you have to write 3 minus 4 sin square theta divided by 1 plus 4 sin square theta. 3 minus 4 sin square theta divided by 1 plus 4 sin square theta, is not it? Plus, then the next part is what we have to write here. Next part we have to write we have to write this one outside. Then in denominator what you have to write? 1 plus 4 sin square theta. So 1 plus 4 sin square theta, and numerator we have to write 8 sin theta. So this one we have to write 8 sin theta. Is it clear? So 3 minus 4 sin square theta divided by 1 plus 4 sin square theta, and this one is 8 sin theta divided by 1 plus 4 sin square theta. Is it clear? So now here if you see this one is the real part and this one is what? The imaginary part, is not it? So now according to our question, what we need? We need the value of theta when the complex number is purely real. So purely real, what is the meaning of purely real? That means we need only this result. If a complex number is purely real, that means this real part only we need. So but here you see both the results are we get. If we need a complex number in the form of purely real, so that means this imaginary part must be equal with 0. So if imaginary part must be equal with, if it is equal with 0, then this result we get purely real, is not it? Otherwise it is not possible. So in this case what you have to do, according to our question, it is purely real. So that's why what you have to write, this imaginary part must be equal to 0. So that's why here simply we write according to the question. If you want, then you can write here the line, since the complex number whatever the result given is purely real, so that's why this imaginary part must be equal to 0. So that's why here directly write 8 sin theta divided by, this one is 1 plus 4, this one we have to write sin square theta equals to 0, is not it? So now in this case if you cross multiply this one, so simply here we get 8 sin theta equals to 0, or from here we get this one is sin theta equals to 0. Is it clear? Sin theta equals to 0 we get here, isn't it? So if sin theta equals to 0 we get, so we know the general form of this result. If sin theta equals to 0, then what is the value of theta? Theta equals to n pi. So therefore we have to write here, therefore theta equals to n pi, where n belongs to z. Z means what? Any integer, isn't it? So this one is the value of theta here. Is it clear? And we need this result. I think all of you understood this, sir. Is it clear? Now the next one is very interesting question here, which one is example number 16, and the question is given in such a way that you see, convert this complex number into polar form, isn't it? So now here the question is not given directly in the form of a plus ib. If you see the question properly here, the question is not given directly in the form of a plus ib. So in this case, first of all what you have to do, we have to convert this equation or this question into proper form of a plus ib first of all, and then after that we have to find out the polar form. And when we have to find out the polar form means what? We have to find out here the value of r as well as we have to value of theta. R is what? The modulus of z, and theta is what? The argument. That means we have to find out these two value, and finally we have to put in this complex number, isn't it? So if you see the question here, the question is not given directly, already I told here, isn't it? So that's why first of all, if you see the complex number, if you write, so here given, so given z equals to here given I minus of 1. So this one is I minus of 1, and this one written cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. Is not it? So the complex number, whatever here mentioned, the complex number is given like in this way. If this one is the question here given, is not it? I minus 1 divided by cos pi by 3 plus I sin pi by 3. So now in this case, first of all, we have to convert this one into a plus ib form. So here we have to put the value of cos pi by 3 and sin pi by 3 at first. So that means if you write this one, so here we have to write I minus 1 and the value of cos pi by 3. That means this one is what? 60. So what you have to write? In place of cos pi by 3, we have to write 1 by 2 plus of this one is I sin pi by 3 means what? Root 3 by 2. Isn't that it? 60 here, cos 60, 1 by 2, sin 60, root 3 by 2. Isn't that it? So after writing this one, now here, next, if you take LCM, if we take LCM here, then the LCM we get 2, and this one we get here 1 plus I root 3, and divided in numerator part we get 1 I minus 1. You see, this result we get. Now here 2 goes up here, so that's so simply we get here what? Twice I minus of 2 to multiply, and in denominator we get 1 plus I root 3. You see, this result we get. Is it clear? So this result we get here. I think up to this all of you understood this one. Just we have to put the value of cos pi by 3 and sin pi by 3, and then we calculate this result, and simply we get twice I minus 2 divided by 1 plus I root 3. Isn't it? So after writing this one, now if you see here again 1 plus I root 3, this one is what? A complex number. If it is a complex number, then we have to multiply it by their conjugate, isn't it? So that's what you have to do. We have to multiply it by their conjugate. So if we multiply it by their conjugate, then what we get? Let's see here. So the numerator is here twice I minus of 2, and in denominator here already there 1 plus I root 3. So if we multiply it by their conjugate, so conjugate is what here? Conjugate we have to write here 1 minus I root 3, and to balance this result we have to multiply it here in numerator also 1 minus I root 3. I think all of you understood this. So to multiply it by their conjugate. So now if you see here, this one is, it is of the form a plus ib into a minus ib. So if we multiply these two, then we get a square plus b square. So that means a square plus b. B means what here? Root 3. So that's how we write here a square plus b square. And in numerator what you have to do? This twice I we have to multiply this result, as well as minus 2 we have to multiply with this result. So if we multiply here twice I into 1, that means simply we have to write twice I, then twice I, this one we have to write minus I into I square. So I square we have to write, and this one we have to write 2 root 3. Is that clear? Okay, next one is again this twice I we multiply it 1 as well as with this, then second time this minus 2 we have to multiply this whole result. So minus plus minus, so that's why you have to write minus 2, and here minus minus plus, so that's why you have to write plus I 2 root 3. We multiply this one. Is it clear? After this, if you see here now 1 square 1 root 3 whole square 3, that means ultimately here what we get here 4. Now if we identify the imaginary real part here, so in this case you see here, if you see the first this one I square means what? I square means minus 1 minus minus plus, so that means this one is a real number here 2 root 3, and then here it is minus 2 is another real number. So this 2 we write first. So 2 root 3 minus of 2. All of you understood or not? So first of all we write this result. The second one, I square means minus 1 minus minus plus, so that's why 2 root 3 we write first, then we write minus 2. Is it clear? Now if you see this 2 next, if you see this 2, what is common here? I is common. If we take common, 2, here 2 root 3. So that's why plus of we have to take I common, then here remain 2 plus 2 root 3. Is it clear? Okay. Now here you see, after calculating this one is the real part, and this one is what? The imaginary part. So real part, imaginary part, easily we can convert this one into a plus ib form. So that's why what you have to write. This one we have to write 2 root 3 minus of 2 divided by 4 plus of this one we have to write I. What you have to write here? 2 plus 2 root 3 divided by 4. This real part and imaginary part we have to separate into two equal parts. Here, two part, a plus ib form. Is it clear? So now here 2 is common here, and if 2 is common then easily cancel with 4. Now here what will remain here? Simply here remain root 3 minus of 1 divided by 2. 2 common, so root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 plus of this one here I, and in this case if we take 2 common then 2 cancel, then what will remain here? 1 plus root 3, or also we can write this one is root 3 plus 1, or whatever you write. Here we get 1 plus root 3 divided by 2. You see here. This one is the real part now here after calculating we get, and this one is the imaginary part we get here. Is it clear? So this one is a standard form of a plus ib or not? So finally we get here, this one is in the left hand side, it is given z, so z equal to this result we get. Now this complex number whatever we get here, a plus ib into a minus a plus ib form, this one. So here we have to convert this one into polar form actually. Is it clear? So polar form means here real part equal to r cos theta and imaginary part equal to r sin theta we have to consider, and after that from there we have to find out the value of r and theta. Is it clear? Okay, let's see next. So now let the first result is what? Root 3 minus 1 divided by 2 equals to what you have to consider? R cos theta, or simply you can write r cos theta equal to root 3 minus 1 divided by 2. And the second one is here we get 1 plus root 3 or root 3 plus 1, whatever you write. 1 plus root 3 divided by 2 equals to, we have to write this one is r sin theta. So this one we put equation number 2. So this was the complex number and we write here. So we put this one is equation number 1, this one we put equation number 2 here. Is it clear? A plus ib form, root 3 minus 1 by 2 equal to r cos theta, and root 1 plus root 3 divided by 2 equal to r cos sin theta. So now here first of all squaring and adding. So 1 square plus 2 square implies gives, that means simply we directly if we squaring these two, so if we write this one on left hand side, so r square cos square theta, r square sin square theta. Lots of time we have done this one, so easily we can write directly here. I think all of you understood this one, isn't it? So r square common, cos square theta plus sin square theta 1. So simply what you have to write here? R square. Is it clear? So this part we have to write on left hand side. Now in the right hand side part, this one is what you have to write? Root 3 minus 1. So root 3 minus 1 by 2 whole square plus this one we write 1 plus root 3. So 1 plus root 3 divided by 2 whole square. So this is all we get. So if we calculate this one, what we get here? This one is we get 2 square, that means 4. So it is of the form a minus b whole square. So if we write a minus b whole square, then what we get? Root 3 whole square. So first one we get here root 3 whole square plus of 1 square minus twice ab. 2 a means what? Root 3. Root 3 into 1. So if you understood this one, then you can directly write here. No need to write in this way. So next one is here plus, second one is here 2 square means 4. Then this one we have to write 1 plus root 3 whole square plus this one we have to write 2 into root 3 into 1. Is it clear? A plus b whole square form. So now in this case, if you see this result, root 3 whole square means 3, 3 plus 1, 4. So that means what we get here? 4 minus 2 root 3 divided by 4 plus, then the second one is here 4, and in this case what we get? 4 plus 2 root 3. Is that clear? So this one we get here. Now after that if you take LCM, now if we take LCM, this one is 4. Now here first one we get 4 minus 2 root 3 and plus second one we get here 4 plus 2 root 3. I think all of you understood this one. How can we take LCM here? So now after that, if you see from here, if we calculate the result, minus 2 root 3 plus 2 root 3 cancel, 4 plus 4, 8 by 4, that means ultimately what will remain? 2. So r square equal to 2. If r square equal to 2 here, so that means this one is what we get here, 2. Is it visible? Okay. R square equal to 2. So if r square equal to 2, so from here easily we can say what is the value of r. So therefore if you take the square root, then r equals to, we get root 2. Is it clear? So negative is not possible here. Square root plus minus root 2. We write only plus 2. Minus root 2 is not possible because of modulus. Isn't it? Modulus of z. So the value of r equal to, we get here, and the value of r is what? Root 2. So next we have to find out the value of theta, that means argument. So in the next part here, if you see the equation number 1 is r cos theta equal to this result, r sin theta is this one, isn't it? So now here what you have to find out? We have to find out the value of theta. So obviously we know what you have to do. 2 divided by 1. Each and every time we have to do this one. So if you divide this one, so what you have to write? If we write this one on left hand side, r sin theta by r cos theta, that means what will remain here? We directly write here tan theta. I think all of you understood this, isn't it? 2 divided by 1, r sin theta by r cos theta, that means r cancel, sin theta by cos theta means tan theta. So now here sin theta, r sin theta means this one, so that's why we have to write here 1 plus root 3 divided by 2. Is it clear? And this one is what you have to write, root 3 minus of 1 divided by 2. This 2 we write r cos theta sin theta divided by r cos theta. So 2 cancel here, what will remain here? So simply here remain, this one is 1 plus root 3. So 1 plus root 3, and this one remain here root 3 minus 1. So now here one important step is here. What you have to do here, this one you have to remember, taking minus common from the denominator. Always you have to remember this, because here we have to arrange some result. Already I told at starting, so that's why the first step is come here. What you have to do, taking minus from the denominator. So that's why the numerator is here 1 plus root 3, 1 plus root 3 minus 1 minus root 3 we have to write. Is it clear? If we take minus common from the denominator, then we get this one, 1 minus root 3. Now here the question is arise, isn't it? Why we take minus common here? Why we take minus here? Because if you see here, if we move to a trigonometry here, and there is a formula in trigonometry, and the formula is like this. If you see tan a plus b, tan a plus b formula is what here? All of you know this one, the trigonometric formula. The value we write here, tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. This one is the formula. Tan a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. So this result is how can be related with, correlate with this one. So now the same formula from here, this one is the main formula. If we find out a corollary from here, if we write this formula, if we apply the formula like in this way, you see here tan pi by 4 plus theta. If we apply this formula, so here a means what? A means pi by 4 and b means what? Theta. So easily we can apply this formula here. So if we apply this formula here, what you have to write? A means tan pi by 4. That means we have to write here tan pi by 4. This one we have to write tan pi by 4 plus tan theta. Isn't it? Tan pi by 4 plus tan theta, and divided by what you have to write? 1 minus tan pi by 4 into tan theta. You see here. If we apply this formula like in this way, tan pi by 4 plus theta, in this case what we get here, a means pi by 4, b means theta, then if we apply this formula, then this type of formula we have to write here. Isn't it? So now in this case, if you see here, what is the value of tan pi by 4? Tan pi by 4 means 1, so that's why simply we have to write here 1 plus tan theta. And tan pi by 4 means 1 here, so that's why 1 minus tan theta. You see here. So in place of tan pi by 4, in place of tan pi by 4 plus theta, in place of 10 pi by 4 plus theta, then we can write this formula. You see here, 10 pi by 4 plus theta, in place of this one, we can apply this formula here. Is it clear? See carefully. 10 pi by 4 plus theta equals to what we write? 1 plus tan theta divided by 1 minus tan theta. Isn't it? So now if you see here now, in the both results in numerator and denominator, 1 plus tan theta, 1 minus tan theta. So here 1 plus tan theta, 1 minus tan theta, if we convert this result in the form of like this, so here 1 we need at first, isn't it? So that's why we have to take minus common here. Is it clear? So now here root 3, when we get the value of 10 root 3, 10 value when we get root 3, obviously pi by 3, 10 pi by 3 equal to what we get here? Root 3. So that means in place of 1, in place of root 3 here, 1 means 10 pi by 4, no need to write here. In place of root 3, we write 10 pi by 3, isn't it? 60, 10 pi by 3, 10 pi by 3, if we write, then it is of the form this result. Now let's see how can we rearrange this result. Now if you see here, tan theta equal to how much we get here? 1 plus root 3 divided by minus common, then 1 minus root 3, isn't it? So that means this one again if we write here, so tan theta. So tan theta equal to minus, if we write at first, that means here 1. If we keep 1 same, then in place of root 3 we can write 10 pi by 3. Can we write? Because the value of 10 pi by 3 is what? Because the value of 10 pi by 3 equals to the value of 10 pi by 3 is root 3, isn't it? So that's why in place of root 3 we write 10 pi by 3. Is it clear? So now here in denominator what we write? We write minus 10 pi by 3. So this one we write minus 10 pi by 3. Is it clear? So now here if we see this part, except this minus, if you see this part here now, it is of the form 1 plus tan theta divided by 1 minus tan theta. That means this one. If it is of the form 1 plus tan theta, 1 minus tan theta, that means in place of this formula, what we write? 10 pi by 4 plus theta. Can we write here? So that means here also we have to write down that this same result. So tan theta minus is already there. So in place of this one, what you have to write? 10 pi by 4 plus of here plus theta. Here theta means what? Theta means pi by 3. So that's why we have to write this one is pi by 3. I think all of you understood this one. Which formula we use here? This formula. So now in this case, if you see here tan theta minus, if we calculate this one, then we get tan 7 pi by 12. We get this one 7 pi by 12. Is it clear? So here tan theta is there, minus 7 pi by 12 is there. So we can compare these two because of this minus. So first of all we have to eliminate this minus. So how can we eliminate this minus here? Now let's see here. In this case, if we write again one formula, and the formula is like this: tan pi minus theta. You know what is the value of this result? In exam, no need to write this one here. Just we have to write here to applying this formula here. Tan pi minus theta equal to what? The value is minus tan theta. Pi means 2 times of 90, even multiple, and pi minus theta, second quadrant, isn't it? If second quadrant, the value of tan is what? Negative. So that's why minus tan theta. So the value of tan pi minus theta equal to what? Minus tan theta. Now here, what you have to do? Minus tan theta. So if tan pi minus theta equal to minus tan theta, that means minus tan theta equal to tan pi minus theta we can write. Isn't it? So if we write this one, so here it is of the form minus tan 7 pi by 12. So in this case, what we write? Can you tell me? In this case, what we write? So tan theta is here equals to, if it is of the form minus tan theta form, then in place of this one, what we write? We write this result, and this result is what? Tan pi minus theta. So that's why we have to write here tan pi minus theta. Theta means what? Theta means what here? This whole part, 7 pi by 12. So that means we have to write here 7 pi by 12. I think all of you understood this one now here. In place of minus 10 7 pi by 12, what you have to write? Minus tan theta means in place of this one also we can write 10 pi minus theta. So that's why we write here pi minus theta. Theta means what? 7 pi by 12. Is it clear? So we have to calculate this result. What we get here? This one we get tan theta equals to this one we get here tan 5 pi by 12. Isn't it? So easily we can compare here the result. So therefore theta equals to we get here 5 pi by 12. So this one is the value of theta, that means argument. So especially for this question we have to do like in this type of arrangements we have to do here. So theta equal to 5 pi by 12. 5 pi by 12 means what? Lies on first quadrant, isn't it? Because if you see the complex number, root 3 minus 1, root 3 plus 1. So root 3 value is 1.73 something. So that means positive, positive. Both values are positive. If both values are positive, then lies on first quadrant. So that's why the value whatever we get, theta equal to 5 pi by 12. If you calculate this 5 pi by 12, then obviously this one we get on first quadrant. Is it clear? So this one is the value of theta, and the r value already we get root 2. And if we put these two value on our Cartesian form, z equal to what we write there, root 3 minus 1 or by 2, root 3 plus 1 by 2. So there if we put these two value, then easily we can convert this one into polar form, is not it? So the next part, the remaining part you have to complete by yourself. I think all of you understood this one. These two are very important questions examination point of view. So in our next class we start our miscellaneous exercise. So before this you have to practice these two questions properly. If any confusion or if any doubts if still arise, then you can ask me. Is it clear? Okay, thank you.